Maybe you have been on a journey to a different country. Maybe you have made travel plans for the future. Maybe you have been in a country where before you went there, you didn't really know what to expect. And you were wondering about how the people will treat you. You were wondering about the traditional clothing, maybe, of the culture in that country. Maybe you were wondering about the smells they have in the food, if they have food at all. Maybe you were wondering about. And so before you made that trip, you had certain feelings. And I traveled from Barcelona to Newark. And then from Newark, I went to Denver. I like to travel a lot because every time I'm about to make a journey, I feel that excitement of something new is coming up. And so before I made that trip, I took my bag and I decided what kind of clothing I should bring, what kind of clothing I should not bring, what is the temperature of the country where you're going to. I was making visual images, right? Like scenes were passing by in my mind. I was imagining being already in Denver. And maybe you have those experiences as well, where you were inside your mind and not knowing you were thinking about being somewhere else than here now. So I packed my bag, and so I checked in, and I felt my country behind me, and I felt something new is coming up. And I was so ready for it. And I have that feeling all the time when I travel. And I'm not sure what kind of feelings you have when you know something good is going to happen. So I'm in the airplane, and the captain is speaking, right? Welcome everybody. We're all in. The last passengers have found their seats, and there is a clear sky. Welcome that you fly with friendly skies. And I invite you to sit back comfortably and really enjoy the flight. So I was listening to that voice, and I really felt myself sinking down deeper in my chair, because I knew it's going to be a long flight, right? About 8-9 hours. And so I have my MP3 with some hypnotic inductions, some things I would like to study on my laptop, but for whatever reason, my battery has always 10 minutes left, in those situations. And I think I should prepare better and stuff like that. So I knew I was going to make a long journey. And I felt myself in that chair. And I was really installing myself and preparing myself for that journey. So I felt the plane going up in the air, which is always an exciting moment, right? Looking out of the window, see if everything is fine. And you see the city going farther and further away. The clouds are entering. And before you know it, you're high up in the sky, above the clouds. And then it's just a matter of letting go. Because you have trust in the captain, the pilot of the airplane, enough to let go. So there I am in the airplane, and I started to close my eyes. And I could hear the engines of the airplane, the low bass of the airplane vibrating. And so I closed my eyes, and I really knew it's going to happen. It's really going to happen. So I started to dream a little bit inside. And maybe you do the same sometimes when you close your eyes in a daydream and you become aware of sensations in your body. You become aware of scenery you're thinking about. Or maybe you're just not aware of what's going on in the moment. Either way is good. So then I arrived And I was wondering if my bag is going to be there or not. And I was thinking, if my bag doesn't arrive with all the stuff I packed before the training, what would be really important to keep? What kind of clothing would really keep? And what if it would be gone forever? Would I not be having problems with? So I started to scan through my mind about things that were really important, about what I wanted to keep and what I wanted to get rid of. And it was funny because when I was thinking about it, it reminded me of a story of a famous hypnotist, Milton Erickson. He lived in Phoenix, Arizona. And most of you probably know Milton Erickson. He had a client, and the client was about to move from one house to another house. And she was a little worried about if everything was going well and what kind of stuff should she throw away forever. What kind of stuff she doesn't need anymore, right? And what kind of stuff should she keep? Or maybe give away to somebody else. And Milton Erickson started to talk to her in a pleasant tone of voice. And he told her to close her eyes. And he said, maybe you can remember all the great memories you had in the house where you used to live. And she nodded her head. Maybe you were looking through the kitchen window one time and you felt great. Maybe you can remember all the people you connected with in the living room. Maybe you can remember all the people you invited to the house where you used to live. And she was kind of wondering in a daydream about what Milton was speaking about. And Milton said, I want you to make 3 piles of stuff. But you don't have to know yet consciously what is going to be inside those 3 piles. Because before she made 3 piles of stuff, 1 pile to throw away, 1 pile that she really wanted to keep that's important, and 1 pile to give to other people. Milton brought her to every room of the house and told her to think about the best memories she had in the kitchen, in the living room, in the bedroom, in the bathroom, and on the attic. And in a pleasant daydream, she was going through her house. And Milton said, I want you to make the 3 piles on the attic now. And your unconscious mind can decide for your conscious mind what you want to throw away forever, like stuff you don't need anymore. And she started to reflect inside on stuff she didn't need anymore, stuff she wanted to get rid of. So she put that in 1 pile. And then the second pile was stuff she wanted to give away to other people. You know, some stuff that you have, you don't necessarily want to throw away because other people will be very happy with that. So unconsciously, she started to reflect what kind of stuff would be in that pile. And then the third pile was the stuff she wanted to keep for herself. She didn't want to throw away because that stuff was most important to her. And all of that happened to her when she was listening to that story to make the transition more easy from the old house to the new house. So I thought, well, if I have my 2 trousers, some blouses, that would be okay. And actually I found out that the rest of the stuff in my luggage, I wouldn't be unhappy when for whatever reason it would never be found again, or it would never have been found back again. So it was a great moment to hear the captain speak about those things. So in the exercise you just did, you were speaking and having a conversation with people in the room, right?
Yes.
Great. And when you were having those conversations, somewhere at a certain moment you got a great feeling. Maybe a warm sensation, maybe a happy sensation. Maybe you're not aware where in your body you felt that great sensation. But somewhere it happened. Maybe a light feeling, maybe an enjoyable feeling. So I would like for you to put your feet flat on the floor and take a deep breath in. Breathe out all tension and stress. That's right. And close your eyes and go inside. And really contact your own body on the chair. And become aware of your hands and arms resting comfortably. That's right. And become aware of your breathing. While you become aware of your breathing in your hands and arms, just let go a little bit more. That's right. And I want you to find and discover inside the place in your body where you feel best now. That's right. You can take the time to observe your hands and your arms in your own rate and speed. And enjoy that process in a way you haven't done before. Observing your body, I mean. Discovering. Really discovering the best location. That's right. And when you have found that place, consciously or unconsciously now, focus all your attention on that place, right there. And you can be curious, really curious, how that great feeling helps you to go deeper inside yourself now. As if you're entering into a new world. Inside, you are the master of your mind, and where you place your attention is getting focused. Really focused. To the extent you can feel good inside. And while you're breathing, I want you to sink in that great feeling. As if you are stepping into a warm bath, more and more. That's right. If you can dive into that great feeling, only to notice who you are becoming in this trance. Beyond any irrelevant thought, there is that great feeling. And aside from thinking, you have a body that you can feel good in. Really good. Your unconscious mind can even help you with pleasant memories of the past and future, where you already felt great. Some people can really feel good in a trance when they think about seeing themselves in a pleasant future situation where they are with great people to connect with. Other people feel really good when they notice it's so silent inside and outside, because they can discover something new. So feel that good feeling and focus your mind right there. And then slowly take the time to come back with those great feelings and reorient yourself back into the room. And take some good feelings with you as a gift for somebody else. So basically what we're doing is discovering a good feeling and focus your attention on it. It's the two-step enlightenment process. Did you enjoy that? Who enjoyed that? Who could notice, even though it's maybe a little bit or really big, a good feeling inside your body? Great. So what happened when you focused on it?
It's interesting, I noticed that there was a line almost, where I feel on this good feeling that if I went below the line, I could make myself not feel good at all. And then I could go up above it, and
Yes.
it felt fine. It felt good.
Yeah. So you know where to go.
Yes.
Very good. Did you enjoy that?
Well, of course, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Somebody else? What kind of experience? Yeah?
The more I focus on it, the more it grows.
The more you focused on it, the more it grows. Yeah. Did you expect that?
Actually, at first, no, but I kind of knew it was coming subconsciously.
Yeah. I see a big smile there. I wonder what that smile means. It's a trance smile, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good. Yeah?
I had something that I totally didn't expect, image of myself as a little child, like a baby, like
Wow.
Alma, being given like my banky. Something very soothing and comforting was just for me.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally unexpected.
Yeah. So you see that your unconscious mind or your creative intelligence or your emotional mind is filling in your experience. So to the extent you go out of your own way, and you can take the time to do that in your own rate and speed, you give the freedom to your unconscious mind to have great experiences of change and to make that step forward. Right? Sometimes you're doing an exercise and you get a symbol and you say, well, that's not a symbol I want. That's your conscious mind speaking. Your unconscious mind said, here's the symbol. So go with the thing that your spontaneous mind gave you. Spontaneity is a quality that will be very much enhanced inside of you as time goes by. Okay, good. So we're going to do another closed eye process, very simple. So put your feet flat on the floor. Take another deep breath in. Breathe out all tension and stress. Very good, very good. Take another deep breath. Oxygenize your brain and your body. Very good. Get the serotonins flowing. And close your eyes. And I want you to think in the privacy of your mind about somebody you really love, where you have good feelings with. And you can take the time in the privacy of your mind. That's right. To let that person be there and notice the feelings you have when you think about that person you love, you appreciate. It might be somebody you really know well. It might be somebody that helped you or that you helped. So enjoy thinking about that person, that special person. And nobody has to know who that is for you in this moment. So think about that person. Maybe you can have a memory. Maybe you can hear the voice. It's a pleasant voice speaking to you in your mind. And you feel great feelings of connections somewhere in your body. Good feelings when you think about that person. And there is no need to control anything. And there is no need to be anybody now. There is no need to think anything. That's right. Only feel that connection and enjoy. It might be a warm feeling. It might be a feeling of joyful, tingling sensations. Whatever feeling you have thinking about that person, I want you to focus on those great feelings inside. That's right. And become aware where inside your body you feel those feelings. Maybe it's a warm feeling in your stomach. Maybe it's all over your body, feeling warm, protected. Get a sense of that connection. That's right. And see if you can give that feeling a color, a special color inside. And spread that color through your body. The idea is enough for your unconscious mind now to spread those good feelings through your body. And maybe anybody you choose to connect with in this way is easy for you. That's right. And take a deep breath in. Spread those good feelings through your body and reorient yourself in this time and space. In Hampton Inn side. Hi. So can you? So what kind of experience did you have? Thinking about somebody you have a great connection with, or somebody you love. It could also be an animal or a pet or a symbol that you feel great with. So who could feel a little bit of those good feelings inside your body? Great. Who gave it a color? Great. Who could hear the voice of that person? Great. Who got a memory of that person? Great. Who was basically visualizing new stuff with that person in a scenery you've never been before? Great. So when you think about that person, what is your intention for that person? Yeah? Love? Great. Love. What else do you have as feelings and the intention for that person.
Appreciation.
Appreciation. The best. What else? Support. Great. So now you have a way how to connect with those feelings. Right? Of love, appreciation, wanting the best for that person, and support. Right? We call that, you definitely have a positive intention. That's the foundation for us being conversational hypnotherapists. Each and every time when we look somebody into the eyes, we project the love, the appreciation, the support, and wanting the best for that person. Just like that person in your life where you feel good with. Does that make sense? To the extent you can feel those feelings of connection, like physically, really in your body, your client will go into a trance. Because your voice will be different. When you think about that person, your voice will be slightly different. Your non-verbal communication will be slightly different. The language pattern you use will be slightly different. The way how you nod your head will be slightly different. The things you want to do and say will be slightly different. So many people in hypnosis think, how do I use the right language patterns? Well, you're coming into the wrong door. You want to start with thinking about somebody you feel great with. That's the first step. In your mind, like a little meditation or a little self-hypnosis, right? Where you're all good at. So as the days are going to go by, the time we spent together here, that feeling will become so intense, it will feel so good inside you, that you cannot wait to hypnotize somebody. It might be that you even get addicted to that feeling in a healthy way that you have control over. Because your pupils will dilate more and more as time goes by, not only because you think of great things more and more, but because you're thinking about somebody you have a great connection with. So put your feet flat on the floor, please. And take another deep breath. Breathe out all tension and stress. That's right. And think about that person again. Maybe you can have a picture in your mind or a movie. Maybe you can have sounds of the voice, of his voice, her voice. And notice the feeling inside your body, somewhere beginning to spread. And really focus on that person, the smile, the facial expression, and the voice, the harmonious voice. Maybe something that she said or he said to you that felt great. And become aware where in your body you feel those sensations. And I'm not sure what your unconscious mind can do now to intensify that feeling. Maybe you are not aware, that's right, maybe you're not aware of it also, how to intensify those feelings. But your unconscious mind can do that now. Maybe by making the picture bigger, brighter and lighter. Maybe by enhancing the voice. Maybe by really getting close to that person inside. And to the extent you feel those feelings, open your eyes only to the extent you maintain contact with those feelings. And keep those feelings inside. And then you can project them on somebody you speak to. So in conversational hypnosis, we call that H+. It's the intention to hypnotize somebody in combination with positive intentions. So we're going to refer back to this a lot. And the more you do, the better you feel, right? As I already said. So H+ means you have a desire to do good for somebody and a desire to give a great experience to somebody. Maybe you want to help that people stop nail biting. You're going to give a great experience. Maybe that person wants to feel better about him or herself. Now, you give that great feeling as a starting point. You will be drenched deeper and deeper into this feeling of H+. Because it's a great way to go into a trance first, right? So this is a principle, going first. If you want somebody to go into a trance, you go first. And one of the trances you will use easily, comfortably, and naturally is H+. Good. So this is a simple exercise. And as time goes by, it will be more clear. It will be more applicable and more easy for you to use all of this and so much more. So did you enjoy that? Yeah? Is there a burning question about the couple of exercises we've done? Yeah?
For myself, sometimes I notice that my mind will kind of drift. And then the conscious mind is like, well, wait, do the things that he's asking, follow the suggestions. Any feedback on that?
What would you like? What's not good enough about that experience?
The drifting feels as though it's taking me away from the experience.
Okay, yeah. Well, don't worry about that, because the more we work with this, the more easy it will be for you to stay focused on that good feeling, right? You have somebody in mind you can think about now that you have a good connection with.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you also have great feelings in your body of that connection. Especially when you think about it. I know you can contact that feeling. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You just took a deep breath. You can take as many of those as you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I see a big smile there. Is that because you're sitting next to the gentleman there?
Yes, this big smile is infectious.
It's already beginning to spread. We haven't taken our first break yet. So we're going to do an exercise in pairs now, right? In a moment, you're going to find somebody to work with, and maybe one group of 3, and the rest of the group will be in pairs. What you're going to do is, person A is going to close their eyes, and you're going to think about that person that you have a great connection with, that great feeling, like 1 minute, a couple of seconds. And then you're going to open your eyes, and you're going to look to the other person in front of you, that's person B, and you're not going to speak. You're only going to look into their eyes, as if you are speaking, as if you're looking to that person. But you don't have to have that person in your mind where you have a good connection with. You can let that person go, but only have the feelings. So you don't have to think all the time about that person. You only apply that technique to activate the good feelings inside you that we call H+. I'm going to give you 1 minute